Hello, hello, hello. Nathaniel Crawford here. I am the broker for Black Luxury Realty here in sunny South Florida. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about why it almost always is a good idea to buy real estate in Florida. I get that question a lot. We get a lot of information from a lot of different sources, and people always want to know why there's always a lot more nuance, it seems, when we're talking about the South Florida market versus talking about other markets. And the short version of that answer is the international community. You know, we talk about the whole world wants to come to South Florida. Miami is an incredibly popular market. Fort Lauderdale as well. It's growing very quickly. Fort Lauderdale, if we look at places like Orlando, even Jacksonville, Tampa, these are all areas that go on and off of the fastest growing cities in the country list regularly. One of the biggest factors of that, or one of the biggest trends that we've seen historically, specifically here in South Florida, is as the currency fluctuates, the types of buyers change. So think of it as, the money keeps getting spent, but who's spending that money very often can change. So when the dollar is very strong, very often we see a lot of domestic buyers. So people from the Northeast, people from out west, sometimes I call them tax refugees. So they're coming from a lot of the high income tax states. And they're coming here because in some of those other states, you can end up spending, if you combine federal and state income tax, more than, as much as, 50%, in some cases, maybe even more of your income, especially if you're a high earner. You end up spending a lot of that on taxes. So they come here to get away from that. We saw that accelerate and be exacerbated by the pandemic and the housing boom or acceleration, whatever you want to call it, at that time. Accelerated a lot of the gentrification, a lot of other challenges here. But that was at a time when dollar was strong. There's a lot of domestic interest. Historically, then as you see the dollar start to weaken, we still see some of that demand domestically, but we also start to see a pickup in international money. So that's where you see a lot of the South American money, a lot of the flight capital coming out of South America or European countries or wherever, because their buying power increases when the dollar decreases. So Canadians, we see a lot more of that. So there's sort of that ebb and flow of domestic buyers versus international buyers. In many cases, it can be dictated by some of the global economic conditions and some of the other stuff that we see going on. So, and that's not to say that there aren't exceptions to that, because South Florida is such a nuanced market. There are some areas where there's just always demand, and there's some areas that don't see as much demand. I do think that we're going to start seeing more consistent growth throughout South Florida. One of those things that makes me believe that is, most people believe that I should say that data says that over 1,000 people move to Florida every day. I've seen estimates as high as 2,000 people move to Florida every day. Let me say that again. Over 1,000 people move to Florida every day. All of those people need somewhere to stay. Whether those are rentals, that's why we see such a boom in apartments and stuff like that. People buying second homes, third homes, vacation homes, seasonal homes, Airbnb businesses. All of these things sort of come together to create a very unique demand for real estate here in South Florida. So that's the short version of why the South Florida market is almost always a good idea. That being said, I am here to help you achieve your real estate goals, and your real estate goals are as unique as you are. So in order for me to help you do that, I need to talk to you so we can talk about your real estate goals. Okay, if you have questions, comments, or would like to schedule some time for us to talk, there's a link in the description of this video. You can reach out and give me a call, comment, shoot me a direct message. I'm here to help. My name is Nathaniel Crawford. I am the broker for Black Luxury Realty, and I want to help you achieve your real estate goals. Let's talk soon.